Hunter, if you're receiving this message, please come to the central console as soon as possible.
That is odd. Dr. Banner, you have re-emerged.
I'm sorry, Hunter. Probably not the best impression of me. But now I'm back.
You are of no help to us if you cannot be reached. We need to be able to rely on you.
That's understandable, and I apologize for the inconvenience. I was knocked offline by a spike in gamma radiation that tore through the electromagnetic spectrum. Bad day to be a Manhattan cell phone tower. But don't worry, I've isolated the problem here. No more blackouts, I promise. But I am concerned about the other ripple effects this gamma radiation could have caused. That's why I would like to scan you and see if the shifts in energy have affected you.
I do not understand. Our target is my mother. How can focusing on me help?
You're special, Hunter. Underground all these years, protected from any gamma influences, and you share the Mother of Demons' DNA. The same one who can manipulate the gamma particles in ways still unknown to us. I think there is quite a lot we can learn from you. Just stand very still. You shouldn't feel a thing. And we're done. Once I analyze this scan, we'll all be much wiser. Thank you, Hunter.
Our Avengers house guests are hogging the comms to chat with their best buddy, Bruce Banner.
What about you, Spider-Man? Are you going to cozy up to the Avengers and join their little Earth's Mightiest franchise?
Ha, what, me? An Avenger? Yeah, only in my wildest dreams.
So you're throwing in... Hey, can I ask a favor? Thanks, Hunter.
See, Hunter, you're so much more than a weapon. You're fun.
I'm quite pleased with these results. Hey, Hunter. Greetings, Spirit. Genius inventor strikes again. Big Tony's Forge of Mystery will never close. Farewell.
Even a sorcerer supreme can't rest.
Let's do this.
New and improved.
Look at that map. We've got emergencies all over the globe.
Hydra is staying true to its multi-headed namesake. They're currently active in New York, Paris, Moscow, Singapore, Los Angeles. The list keeps growing.
They caught us off guard. We'll put them back in check.
With what, Tony? Avenger forces are spread thin as it is.
Temporarily. We're back in contact with Banner, and we still have the tower.
And that's supposed to make us feel better? We thought we had the Sanctum until we didn't.
Well, I'm sorry, Stephen, but your overrated metaphysical library is not my state-of-the-art militarized tower. It will hold...
Hold what? Your ego? You'll need a taller tower.
Oh, coming from the man who literally calls himself Supreme.
Are you two finished yet?
Every second we waste arguing, Hydra takes another bite out of our ass.
Fine. Then let's stop arguing and take a bite out of their let's just stop arguing.
When can I go again?
I'm ready when you are. Okay, what's Hydra up to now? Just more evil junk. Don't these people sleep? Got some ops ready for you.
Boss.
You have not set anything on fire today, have you?
I had hoped we could all conduct ourselves in a calm, professional manner. Unfortunately, Tony really gets under my skin sometimes.
I could see that.
I mean, the nerve of him to say that the Sanctum is inferior to Titanium Tower of Tony? Can you believe it?
You can mock it all you want, but that tower rivals anything I saw back in my day. The level of technical sophistication on display is almost like magic.
Yes, almost like magic, but not true magic. For that, the Sanctum will never be rivaled. Though I guess that point is lost on you. Pity.
How bad is your disagreement with Tony? Is it going to cause problems for the rest of us?
Don't worry, Tony and I may argue, but when it comes to stopping Lilith, we are in total agreement on the end goal, even if we disagree on the way to achieve it. Sometimes Tony and I do actually act like grown-ups. Well, at least I do. Job.
One day...
That was quite a heated discussion between you, Caretaker, and the Doctor.
What can I say? I will always fight to keep the faith. Hydra may be on the rise, but they will never rise above the tower.
Do not let your arrogance lead you to underestimate Lilith. There is no fight my mother cannot rise to.
Whose side are you on, Hunter?
Your side.
Well, you're starting to sound like a Hydra press secretary.
I do not work for you, Tony. I am not here to make you feel better about your building.
If this is your idea of an inspirational speech, I think we should have Captain America give you some pointers. Well, at least we managed to reconnect with Banner. So that's something. I wasn't so worried about the tower as I was about his mental health. And if he's holding up, so will the rest of us.
Getting reports from all 5 boroughs. More Hydra troopers with fangs. Talk about making a bad thing worse.
I've tried tracking down what they're up to.
Find anything?
Nothing that can still speak.
I may know somebody who could help.
No offense. This isn't exactly friendly neighborhood stuff. Not sure your contacts will be much help.
He's not that friendly.
Who?
He's also not one of the bad guys.
Who exactly?
A physician of sorts. Look, do you want to figure this out or not?
Morbius. Blade.
You've met? Gotta admit, I've never seen a vampire feed on another vampire.
I felt it.
One time. I bit you one time. It wasn't fun for me either. You taste like an old barbell.
There's a cat fight joke in here somewhere, but I can't figure it out. Look, Dr. Morbius, we need your help. Someone is turning Hydra troopers into vampires. We don't know why or what they want.
According to the creature I just ate, they're after my research. I can tarry no longer. I must return to my lab before they...
You're going nowhere.
Don't have a hissy fit. It was right in front of me. Maybe we can help each other out. So, where is this lab?
You get used to the stench.
I never do.
Wait, where? You were right, Doc. We shouldn't have tarried.
I see you've located the doctor. I hope he's feeling cooperative.
I think we're all on the same page here. Common enemy, the greater good. Everyone gets it, right?
Of course.
We'll see.
We've already made excellent progress. too late for you. You should never have come here.
On for size. Should come in handy.
Maybe you should teach me that one.
So be it.
You know, you're pretty good at this.
You asked for it.
Good one.
Chris?
Looks like it's up to me. I think that's gonna leave a mark.
These things are hardly worthy of being classified as vampires. Not that I'm overly protective of the title.
Feeding on them.
You know as well as I do, Blade. Your thirst, my hunger. We can only fight it for so long.
Some of us have tried harder than others.
Oh, you think I haven't tried to end this?
I think you don't mind that you failed. These fanatics are always the same. Watch close.
Okay, that was awesome. Okay, that was pretty cool.
Be
scratch.
Support units on the move.
Maybe you don't understand my path, Blade. I have surmounted one challenge after another just to reach this point.
I know what you've been trying to do since you turned, and it has nothing.
Where my blood fails me, I have no choice but to feed. But that doesn't mean I can't change at all.
Hate to break up the moment, but we should probably deal with the bad guys, right? Ooh, I like it!
No one is to blame but yourself.
That's a neat trick. Here it comes. Looking good, feeling good. They're Payback's gonna be fun.
Regroup and await reinforcements.
You were born the greatest gift any vampire could ever hope for, Blade. To see the sun with your own eyes.
None of this is a gift. Maybe that's what you don't understand about me.
Almost feel like I'm intruding here, but I'm glad you're working out your issues.
Now remember who started this.
Never seen that before.
Ooh, I like it! Here we go!
I doubt they were expecting such resistance. All my work lost.
the good guys.
I said he was not one of the bad guys.
Knowledge has no inherent morality. This is science.
Tell it to them.
They'll be fine. Eventually.
What exactly are you doing here, Dr. Morbius?
Research. A gamma serum flows through the blood of these Hydra soldiers, augmenting their capabilities. It inspired me to concoct a prototype sample, a serum of my own. I thought it might dampen the effects of the sunlight on my abilities, but its protective qualities were far more effective than I expected.
Whoa. Are we talking...
Daywalker in a vial. Morbius, tell me it doesn't work.
Not yet. The prototype sample needs time to fully mature. But it's gone, along with all my notes. I'll have to start over.
Looks like they're back for seconds.
Nah, they have the sample. They want to take out the only competition in town.
Then we shall dissuade them.
Cannot allow them to destroy my work. Protect my equipment.
You left out some important details of your research, Doc.
Some things are better left unsaid, but it was all necessary.
For you! Sometimes, I even impress myself.
Ought to make things interesting. Get ready. And I thought Man-Thing was ugly. That's one hell of a move.
Here we go! I'm going for it!
Don't blink.
Hydra!
That's not supposed to hurt. We got company. I knew you couldn't be trusted, Morbius. Hydra or not, this is wrong.
The work Hydra has done with gamma injections was too profound to ignore.
So you've been using them as some kind of guinea pigs? Sounds a little unethical, Doc.
As opposed to the gentle treatment you and your friends give them.
Big difference.
Oh, this should be good! Nice! Let's do this! My Greek mythology is a little rusty, but didn't the Hydra originally have 9 heads? Here we go!
I think you got him.
I've been waiting.
Playtime. It's weirdos like these that give people like us a bad reputation.
Never surrender.
Good. I could use some more practice.
If my research here can help you defeat Hydra, and I've removed some of them from the front lines in the process, I don't see the harm.
Heroes usually stand against human experimentation and false imprisonment. Because it's, you know, evil.
Rarely have I ever been accused of being a hero. But your words aren't lost on me.
Should get the blood pumping. I'm on it. I'll make quick work of it. I feel invigorated. Time for a cross. Getting better every day. It is too late for you.
Spidey senses are tingling.
I don't think you've changed at all, Morbius. You're just lucky I'm working with the Sons again.
As opposed to what?
Me leaving you here with your experiments.
Maybe we can all hug this out later.
Is this what you had hoped for?
I'm going for it!
Never seen that before.
No further, abomination!
Okay, it's cool. Morbius is with us now.
With us?
You would bring a vampire into the Abbey?
Well, he's not a vampire. Not exactly.
If he was, he'd be dust.
He became this way because of an experiment gone wrong, not a bite from a vamp. He's his own master, right, Doc?
If I may, there are few judges of character better than Spider-Man.
Back me up here, Blade.
As much as I hate to admit it, we could probably use his help. This once.
Hunter, was it? Thank you for not making a bigger deal about my arrival. I know my presence unnerves many.
You surprised me earlier, and I do not like surprises. But any friend of Peter is a friend of mine.
I am relieved to hear it. You have a wonderful home and a great many resources. I look forward to making use of them.
How do you think you will help?
I am the world's foremost authority on vampire physiology. Blade knows a great deal about vampire rituals, habits, and social order, but he doesn't understand their biology.
Why should that matter?
In a sense, you could say Blade can take a vampire apart, but he can't put one back together.
I do not want to put vampires back together.
Oh, of course not. Let me put it like this. If you understand the structure of an organism, you'll know its weak points, where to push so it falls apart. This is what I offer you.
That sounds great, but you must earn our trust by following through on that promise.
I see you are not easily impressed. No wonder Blade seems to like you. I think you'll be happy to know that I've actually already started researching vampire biology.
That sounds like good news.
Unfortunately, I also have bad news. I've been tinkering with a prototype gamma serum that suppresses the effects of sunlight on vampiric membranes. The vampires have taken that from me.
Then we must take it back.
That is why I'm here. And I would love to get back to that research. Unless you have further need of me.
Go ahead and get settled.
Happy to talk anytime. I should set up my lab sooner than later. Spider-Man told me the forge is roomy and bickery. Checking in on me already, Hunter? I haven't had time to get into trouble.
You can never be sure.
I suppose. What can I do for you?
I would like to know more about you.
Naturally. I am an open book.
I have heard you called a living vampire. What does that mean?
It means that unlike most vampires, I have a pulse.
How is this possible?
Most vampires are tied to the supernatural realm. They are undead creatures. My gifts are a boon of science. I am wholly unique in that way. Quite literally a freak of nature.
Who were you before you became a vampire?
I was born with a rare, degenerative blood condition. My disease would have proven fatal if I had not taken matters into my own hands and experimented on my body using vampire bat DNA. I cured myself, but there were side effects.
You seem to know Blade and Spider-Man well. What is your impression of them?
When I first became the living vampire, I struggled with my baser instincts. It took me a while to maintain control over my appetite. Spider-Man and Blade were the first two heroes I encountered, and they protected many innocent people from my wrath.
You mean they fought you?
Yes. But I am grateful because they encouraged me to become a better man. Though I wish Blade's approach hadn't been nearly so ferocious.
I would like to know more about your capabilities.
Like a traditional vampire, I possess enhanced strength, speed, acute senses. An accelerated healing factor allows me to bounce back from otherwise mortal injuries. And while I cannot fly in the traditional sense, I have the psionic ability to glide over great distances.
Do you share other vampiric weaknesses?
One of the advantages of being a living vampire is that I do not have those Achilles heels. I could drink holy water all day, and a silver bullet stings like a lead one. One slight exception is daylight. I do not burn under the sun, but my eyes are sensitive to the light, and my powers are somewhat dampened during the daytime.
Do you have to consume blood like any other vampire?
Regrettably, not only do I need to consume human blood, I crave it. But you do not need to worry. I keep my cravings in check these days, and only feed on those who prey on others.
Never mind. I will let you settle in.
Happy to talk anytime.
Stephen, have you worked with Morbius before?
Oh, yes. He is a formidable ally. He once assisted me in a battle against a Fear Lord from the Dream Dimension.
Fear Lords are powerful foes.
Yes, it was a boisterous battle, so I was pleased to have Morbius at my side. Undoubtedly, he will be a favorable ally against Lilith as well.
So you have no reservations about letting him stay in the Abbey?
None at all. As long as he doesn't grow too hungry, we'll all be fine.
Wait, what should we do if he gets hungry?
We should all be on guard.
Stephen, I need details.
As with any vampire, he could lose control and eat every one of us, but I do not think that will happen.
Tony, what is your impression of Morbius?
Well, we've never actually met, but Strange talks highly of him.
I am uncomfortable inviting a vampire to live in the Abbey.
Hey, I know what you mean. Half the people on my board of directors are vampires. Not literal bloodsuckers, but they definitely try to sink their teeth into you. Or your pocketbook.
Maybe.
The guy's a freak, no doubt. But every genius is. You should have seen half my professors back at MIT. Or that Tony Stark guy who's always in the news. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I've read a few of Morbius's papers on DNA manipulation, and it's years ahead of anyone else. He could be a valuable asset.
So, you think we can trust him?
Well, I never said that. But he could be useful.
As long as Morbius is around, Hunter, you better watch your back and your front.
If Blade is worried about this guy, he must be dangerous. I want to see him in action.
I'm the first guy who'll tell you not to jump.
Blade, are you actually comfortable with Morbius living here?
Comfortable? I'll never be comfortable around that monster. But if I'm being generous, he could be useful.
If this was a mistake, let me know. We will do whatever you think is best.
Hey, I don't want that responsibility. If this goes south, I'm not taking the blame.
What exactly is your history with Morbius?
I don't like getting into that.
But the two of you have fought before. What makes you think we can trust him now?
I never said we could trust him. If that man loses control to his bloodthirst, I'll end him myself. But the vampires are using his experiments against us. We need him to clean up his own mess.
So Morbius is just a tool to you?
Call it whatever you want. I call it practical.
Sorry we didn't give you a heads up before. You know, about bringing a vampire into the Abbey. It all happened kind of fast.
Are you sure we can trust Morbius?
Yeah. Morbius has his demons, but he's a teddy bear. A snarly teddy bear. With fangs. But there's stuffing in there, somewhere.
This is not helping your argument.
What I'm trying to say is that Morbius has a good heart. And exceptionally good blood.
Good blood?
Yeah. Whatever Morbius did to transform his body infused the heme in his blood with curative properties. I'd love to help him study it further, if I ever have the time. Since we're fighting new breed vampires, we'd do well to have a living vampire in our corner.
You think they'll notice if I just...
Getting to know Blade has been nice. Maybe Morbius won't be so bad.
Thanks for giving Morbius a shot, Hunter. I hope I didn't abuse your trust. Whoa. I just realized we're nearly the same age. It's kind of blowing my mind.
Why?
In my head, you're ancient. No offense. But you've actually lived fewer years than I have. So, are you one of the kids? Or the second oldest adult? I don't know how to treat you.
The same way you have been treating me is fine.
No additional effort required. I can absolutely do that. Especially here. I don't remember the last time I was this relaxed. Now that's an excellent time.
What's shaking? Anything else on your mind?
What happens if Hydra successfully replicates Morbius's prototype sample?
Sunproof vampires seem like a bad idea for all involved.
Maybe not for the vampires.
For now, it's just a scary theory. Even if it works, there could be side effects, like new breed vampires bursting into flame upon contact with oxygen. Yeah, wishful thinking, but prototypes can be unpredictable. Just to ask Hank Pym about Ultron.
Thanks, Carol.
See ya.
Yes?
Never mind. I will let you settle in.
Happy to talk anytime.